Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by today. A little bit of change of pace. Not so much the how-to or specifically how I, but really more coming with me as I explore some new waters, trying to find some more productive snakehead areas. If you do any snakehead fishing in Maryland, you find out the biggest obstacle is generally parking. So you need to have plenty of spots. So that's what I'm out here doing today. I'm exploring some new spots, and I'm going to show you what I'm using, tell you what I'm doing, and hopefully we'll get on some fish. So when I do, we're going to get back to you. I also really want to take an opportunity just to say thank you. I've reached 1,000 subscribers, and for some people that's not a big deal, but to me, I'm really appreciative of it. Whenever you guys leave comments and I say I appreciate you, I really mean it. Over the course of this journey, this YouTube journey, I've learned a lot as well. I mean, I see a lot of YouTubers that say that, but I really feel that I have. I've gotten a lot of useful comments from people, basically shifting some of the ways that I fish just for a few comments here and there. I'll never purport that I know everything about fishing or a fishery. I'm always willing to learn. I'm always trying new things, and I really appreciate the comments and the feedback that I get from people. I really do. The community is great. The international community, wow, thank you guys. I've had some of the best comments, period, from people abroad. Really detailed, and I mean really just trying to be helpful, and I really appreciate it. On top of it, the YouTube content community has been really supportive as well. I really appreciate these guys. FrogZ TV, shout out to you, appreciate you. Tommy Tech, holy cow, he's a great guy, you can tell. Infamous Fishing, Cambo Trout. I'm going to leave out a bunch of people, but there's been a lot of people that have left feedback on my channel, and I mean I really appreciate them. And on top of it, I appreciate everyone who's stuck with me up to this point, and I guess found a reason to continue to watch some of my content. So I appreciate you. We got another little seam up here. I'm gonna scale down to a little bit smaller presentation, which is what I'm doing right here. This finesse frog has a lot better action than what they're calling the hard leg frog. The Z-Man hard leg frog, and I'm using pretty much all top water because there's so much grass and debris. As soon as you get subsurface, oh, there's a hit, there's a hit, there's a hit, there's a fish, there's a fish. That's on the Z-Man finesse frog. This is 6-pound test too, and I got a ton of grass right here. I think that's a largemouth bass right there. Yeah, that's an old largie. That's an old largie. He's a young largie, but Z-Man finesse frog. I think I got a 2-watt EWG on this guy, and he was inside of that little eddy over there. So I've seen some action this morning in these little eddies, and I was hoping to catch some fish. I'd like to catch some snakehead, but I'll tell you what, I'll take a bass too. These days I love catching largemouth bass, and that was probably the perfect size fish for a 6-pound test. There's what he ate, the Z-Man finesse frog. All right, let's see if we can't catch a couple more. I don't want to be out here for one fish. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. Oh, there it is. There's a fish. What the hell kind of fish is this? Huh. The weed kind. All right, I'm gonna throw a frog over there. There it is. Missed it again. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. That's a nice one. I'm gonna have to measure this one. Caught that last fish on the drop basically, so I let the lure pause for a second, and it was subsurface. Hammered it. If that was a 15-pound snakehead on that 6-pound test in these weeds, I don't know how well that would have turned out for me. This particular lure has done really well for me when it comes to largemouth bass. I've caught snakeheads on it as well, but I think predominantly I've caught largemouth bass. So if I'm out here for snakehead, why am I using it? It's catching fish. So I was using a bigger frog, and I was using a bigger version of this. I was using a 4-inch hard leg frog from Z-Man. This is 2 3/4 inches. Got another little seam in here. I'm just trying to cast to these seams if I can. Now, I'm going to also try a small hollow body frog. For whatever reason, I'm able to impart better action on a small hollow body frog. It's just, I'm so used to using it, and whenever I use the larger ones, I think I end up putting too much action on it, too exaggerated of an action, and I don't do it quite as well. One time a day I did, but now I'm so practiced with using a smaller one that I make a lot of excuses why I don't catch fish, is what I do. Oh, there's a fish, there's a fish, there's a fish. And I missed him. Of course I missed him, that's a hollow body. I'm gonna follow it up. I'm gonna follow it up with Z-Man Finesse. All right, no love. No love. I got some fish up here doing a lot of jumping, splashing, and everything else. I hope it's not a carp. I can't see it. Usually if you see that kind of activity, you're talking about carp. And that will quickly just ruin this fishing day for me. If I was fishing for carp, it wouldn't be, but I'm not. All I need to see is one fish get spooked, or a couple fish get spooked along areas like this, and it tells me, is that a fry ball up here? Yeah, it is. We get a fry ball? Yeah, we get a fry ball up here. Right there. Well, there it is. There it is. There's the parent. Oh man, acrobatics. The problem is once you hook them once, man, it's tough. You got to spend a lot of time on a fry ball to get them to hook again. Oh, there he is. 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 Got one to hit finally. Hooked this guy on a gill or something. Holy cow, look how small that fish is. Man, I cannot imagine that this is the parent. I just can't imagine that's the parent of those fish. That is a baby. Do it. Well, there it was. It went down. And I lost it. Daggone. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. That's a snakehead too. Wow, there are some really small snakeheads in here. Again, that was a Lunkerhunt. That's the popping frog right there. Barely lip hooked him. There we go. He's about ready to flop. They're just deep in this grass. Everyone that I see going by keeps working the shoreline, which, yeah, you'll catch snakeheads doing that, but most of the ones I've been seeing have been just all the way in this grass. And really, if you're talking about from the surface of the water to the top of the grass line, sometimes it's only, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches. And that's what I'm working on across. This is some really super clear water. This is probably the clearest water that I've ever fished for snakeheads. I mean, it is the clearest water. There it is. There he is. There he is. He's down in the weeds now. He's down in the weeds. Down in the weeds. Another small one. That one is on the Z-Man Finesse frog. So I missed one, and that's probably the one I missed right there. Another small one. These look like yearlings. I'm catching a lot of yearlings. Doesn't really much matter to me right now. I'm having a good time. I'd like to have some to keep a couple fillets, but I want something that's worth my time filleting. No, man, come on. Don't rehook yourself. There we are. Another snakehead. I guess the third one I've landed today. Oh, man. These are fun little guys to catch, though, that's for sure. And again, that was on the Z-Man Finesse frog. There's one right there. Missed him. All right, Lunkerhunt. See what you're about. Oh, was that a? Couldn't tell. Someone took a swipe at it or not. I couldn't really tell if that was a fish hit me or not. I gotta be real. I don't know if it was just some. There are. Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. What was that? Took a swipe at it. Again, very small, whatever it is. Whatever's taking a small swipe at it was small. But it does seem like I've stumbled upon the small snakehead capital of the world over here. I saw some carp earlier and it got me really nervous. As soon as I see carp in the water, it makes me think I'm not going to catch a snakehead all day long. That's been my luck. So today, change that luck. We don't really have a strong wind, but any wind when I'm using these really light lures, weightless, man, they love to float. I have a hard time casting them super accurately when they're floating in the wind. My brain tells me like, yep, I'm right on. The wind tells me, nope, you botched it. My Kentucky windage here is not good. Not good. Again, this grass is so dense, I don't have any alternative but to have something that's going to float on top. Something that's going to be right on top. And something that's going to be able to deflect as much weeds as possible. That's why I'm stuck with the Z-Man Finesse frog is basically my swim bait. It's weightless. That's my swim bait. And then I got the hollow body, of course. Oh, there's a fish. Missed one. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. There you are, there you are. Oh, that's a nice one, my friend. That's a nice one. All right, well, I'm wrapping up a day of fishing here. I'd say it was successful. I found a new place to snakehead fish. I only landed 3 snakeheads. I missed a ton of fish. I also landed 1 small largemouth bass. But yeah, pretty productive. And usually whenever I'm doing a lot of exploration, I'm not doing a lot of fish catching. Today, I was doing a lot of fish catching. Really, a lot of the fish that I were catching, the snakeheads, were in the grass. They weren't on the shorelines. Normally, my snakehead fishing style is fish the shorelines because I always start there because that's generally where they are. And today I was seeing some movement in the grass, a lot of different things. I was seeing some fry ball, other kind of things. And so I started fishing inside the grass and it was pretty productive. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in the water next time.